What's up? I'm back again, Zillla. I told you. So today's video is going to be a Warframe video, and if you're not really familiar with Warframe, then I suggest you stop the video and familiarize yourself, because I'm not really going to get into all that for this video. Maybe I'll make another video explaining what Warframe is and what the fuck, but that's not what this video is about. This video is specifically about why I'm not playing the brand new shiny update that everybody keeps talking about. Like I said, I'm assuming that if you're watching this video, you already know what Warframe is, but if you don't know, it's a free-to-play game, action shooter, RPG, loot-based, made by Digital Extremes, yada yada yada. So recently, Digital Extremes just came out with a brand new update called the Plains of Eidolon. It's a big deal because it introduces a completely new set of game systems to Warframe that are pretty unprecedented. And actually, there probably hasn't been a situation like this where a game introduces such dramatically different game systems and still be that same game without doing a sequel. So Warframe is a little bit unique in that regard, and the Plains of Eidolon added more of a free roaming element to the game compared to the corridor chipset based level design structure that they were typically using before. Now, when they announced this update, it received way more hype than anything in Warframe in the mainstream media, I think. I know IGN was doing articles, and I think it was around E3, so it was sort of in the mix with all that type of stuff. I know there was the ad that showed up in Times Square and all that, which is a pretty big deal for a free-to-play game that many people don't really consider to be AAA. I'll admit that when all of this stuff came out, I was caught up in the hype. I've forgiven myself for that, and hopefully you can forgive me too. But I was a little bit skeptical about just how polished the update would be when it finally was released. And surprise, surprise, what did I see but a lot of posts on Reddit and a lot of posts in the community about how some things needed to be ironed out and needed more time in the oven. First of all, let me make a little bit of a confession here, okay? When it comes to Warframe, I am a new player. I'm a noob. Now, in the gaming community, being a new player is kind of like an insult, but that doesn't make much sense, does it? All games need new players at some point so they can keep on growing, obviously. So, if anybody who actually enjoys Warframe right now, who considers themselves to be an advanced player, doesn't matter what they say, they benefit from new players getting into the game, okay? So I'm approaching Warframe from the perspective of somebody that's new coming into the game. Warframe is notorious for being very beginner, I don't know, what's the opposite word of friendly? Unfriendly. Unfriendly. Beginner unfriendly? It has a steep learning curve for beginners because the game systems are complex, the story is robust, but let's say open-ended, for lack of a better term. Also, as a sort of function of the way that the game is designed, because the game is designed sequentially, little by little, over time, piece by piece, the story has kind of progressed and developed piece by piece. So it's not as easy to sort of just jump into, and then it takes some understanding and some dedication to really sort of get through that beginning part of the game. Now, when the new update was announced, the Plains of Eidolon, I was sort of at a crossroads, and I didn't really know what to do. Should I hop on the bandwagon and just say, fuck everything that I'm doing and jump into Plains of Eidolon, or should I stay on the path that I was on, trying to complete the story, and then arrive at the Plains of Eidolon the same way that the advanced players were, which was after doing all of the other story missions? Well, I decided that I'm gonna do that. I decided that I'm not going to do any Plains of Eidolon or do any of the new updates or anything like that. I'm not gonna do any of that until I progress through the story the way that a hardcore player would have from day one. So that means going through Second Dream, through Vor's Prize, Once Away, all those various missions, you know, getting my operator, going through some of those classic moments that are in the Warframe lore, and then arriving at the Plains and some of the new updates. Now, I think this is a good strategy also because the Plains need some more TLC and they need time to develop. So I figured that by the time I get there, DE would have already made plenty of updates, plenty of quality of life changes, and plenty of maintenance to make the experience as good as it can be. Also, I know they were talking about adding more game areas similar to Plains as well. So maybe by the time I get there, there'll be more than just the Plains of Eidolon. So that'd be great. But either way, I've decided to take my time with this game and not sort of rush through it. I think like that's maybe the issue lots of new players have when they start playing a game like this, is that they kind of just want the instant gratification type thing going on because they're used to playing Call of Duty all day. But you sort of hit that wall and you don't really understand what's going on. I'll admit this, right now, at the time of this video, I'm Mastery Rank 3. Okay, and I think that's an accomplishment for a new player to get even that far. So, I'm not a crazy advanced player, and I'm just working little by little to do what I can. So yeah, moving forward, when I make content for Warframe, it's gonna be around what I'm doing. It's not gonna be the newest, coolest stuff that all the cool kids are doing. It's gonna be Second Dream stuff. It's gonna be Once Awake stuff. It's gonna be stuff like that. It's gonna be the Corridor, Grenier stuff, because I'm not doing the new stuff yet, okay? I'm moving at my own pace, and I'm asking you, hopefully, to come on this journey with me. It's a give and take. And the other thing is, I've heard a lot of criticism about how DE has handled Warframe's story. From what I've seen so far, I like it. I like it. I've been enjoying what I've been playing so far, and I want to learn more about what's there. So I don't want to rush things, and it looks like the game's not going anywhere. They seem pretty secure on what they're doing and the path that they're going on, so I just want to enjoy it. The moral of the story is maybe we should all learn how to just slow down a little bit. Anyway, all this Warframe talk has got me, wanting to play. So I'm going to get back to this game. Thanks for tuning in. It's Zilla. I'll be back.